Let's go across to our guest joining us. Shazia Ilmi, this is the national spokesperson of the BJP. Sujata Paul is joining us from the Congress party. Riju DUtta, spokesperson of the TMC, and also Professor Sangeet Ragi is a political analyst, leans towards the BJP, joining us on the show. I'll give the opportunity to our opposition members first to make their points on what we have witnessed today. Almost unprecedented. Sujata Paul, I'm coming to you first. How do you look at the suspensions today, and particularly the charge from the Treasury benches that this is something by design? The Congress and the opposition came prepared to create disruptions. You had planned a placard protest when you know that it is not allowed on the floor of the House, and yet you went further with it.
This is certainly done by design, and by design of the BJP. The BJP does not want any voice to be raised against Mr. Modi, against a security breach, against any issue. What is the parliament meant for? The parliament, as Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar had said, was meant for the opposition, because the party in power is running the government, and questions that need to be asked have to be done in parliament. However, the government does not want anybody to raise questions. They don't want to show any kind of accountability or responsibility. And this is not only showing a trust deficit, but I think this is a deliberate attempt to polarize and show that we are on opposite sides, because never in the history of this country has this kind of suspension happened. In this particular session itself, if the number is reaching 90, what is it showing? That the government is incapable of running the House.
I'll take that point forward with Shazia Ilmi. The government's responsibility is to run the House, bring on board the opposition members. Are they failing to do so? But before I do that, I want to quickly go across to Riju DUtta as well. Riju DUtta, we discussed this earlier as well. The problem is not the asking of the questions or the noting of the dissent. The chair itself are saying, the speakers of both House itself are saying that this is not the way to do so. We've seen the pictures from earlier today as well. When you keep pushing the chair or the Treasury benches, what else is the chair supposed to do if you disrupt and not just ask questions?
Well, Shivani, it's a matter of life and death. The custodian of Lok Sabha security is the Speaker of Lok Sabha, and he has failed in his work to keep the parliament secure. Let's keep the politics aside. What is the opposition collectively asking for? Two things. Point number one. The Pradhan Mantri has spoken about this in an event program. The Home Minister has spoken about this terrorist attack on the Parliament on another conclave of a national channel. So what is stopping the Pradhan Mantri and the Home Minister from coming and talking about it inside the Parliament? Why are they absconding from the Parliament? God knows. The second question, the BJP MP who gave the pass to these terrorists to infiltrate the Parliament should be expelled. These are the two things that the opposition is asking, and I leave it to your viewers to their wisdom, that are these questions unjustified?
No, but that's exactly the question I asked you, Riju. The questions are not unjustified. You said the chair has failed in its duty to keep the Parliament House secure. But the chair has responded. Om Birla, Lok Sabha Speaker, addressed this issue twice, including today. Now, my point is, you may disagree with what has happened or should happen, but what is the way forward if you're not going to listen to what the Speaker has to say?
Is it very difficult or is it very unjust for demanding the Home Minister to come and speak?
Because no, it isn't. It's not about the quality of that demand. Riju, you're not getting my question. It's not about the qualitative aspects of that demand. It's the manner in which that demand is being posed.
Now, okay, then if the opposition cannot ask questions and apparently the conduct and the manner is wrong, and you suspend 92 MPs, then might as well let go of this new 5-star parliament. Make street corner meetings and
but doesn't that condone the behavior even if it's against the rules of the House or by parliamentarians?
I do not understand. Shivani, please, I don't want to get into politics. Keeping the politics aside.
This is politics. What else is there?
Once again,
how will you keep the politics aside in this?
The Home Minister and the Prime Minister, if you cannot keep 543 MPs that are responsible for 150 crore Indians safe, then how do you, as the ruling government, the Prime Minister or the Home Minister, have the moral right to say that the country is secure?
No, Riju, so that's a political argument that you're making. You're well within your right to make. You're not answering the question I'm asking you, and people will ask, why take it up in the manner when the chair addressed this issue? The chair says in the past, we've had these instances, the Lok Sabha Secretariat takes it forward. You can still say this is not sufficient. But is it okay to disrupt proceedings? Before I bring in Shazia Ilmi to take on both the Congress and the BJP. Yes, Sujata Paul, you wanted to say something? 30 seconds.
Yes. Are you trying to say that the government is going to decide how the protest is going to happen? Now, there are rules that we have been following. If we are asking questions, are those questions being answered? And when those questions are not being answered, what do you expect the parliamentarians to do? Because it is their security which was put at risk inside the parliament, and this is the new parliament building which is supposed to be really secure. On the one hand, you impose UAPA on those culprits, and here you say that no, we are not answerable. It will be an inquiry which will be done, and the Prime Minister will give an interview to a newspaper. The Home Minister will go and talk about it at a TV channel show, and he will not come to the parliament.
Okay.
What kind of parliament are we running?